Let's add the fractions 1 and a sixth plus 3 and a ninth. To do so, we'd like to add fractions where we have a single numerator over a single denominator, adding to another fraction like that, where the bottoms are the same thing, and therefore all we'd have to do is add the tops. In this problem, we have two mixed numbers we're adding. So our first goal will be to convert each one of these mixed numbers to an improper fraction, and then convert each fraction into a fraction that will have a common denominator. Then we can use our rule. So to begin, the first thing to do is convert each fraction to a mixed number, to an improper fraction. To do that, we'll multiply the denominator by the whole part, and then add the numerator to that, and write that over the denominator. In other words, this will become 6 times 1 plus 1, all over 6. Plus, and similarly, we'll multiply 9 by 3, and then add 1 to that, and write that over 9. So 9 times 3 plus 1, all over 9. Using order of operations, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 becomes the fraction 7 over 6. Plus, and our other fraction becomes 9 times 3 is 27, and 1 more becomes 28 over 9. At least now we can add these two fractions together. However, we still don't have a common denominator. So our next goal is to find a common denominator and convert each one of these fractions to a fraction that will have a common denominator. How do we find the common denominator? Let's use multiples to find that. The multiple of 6 means we're going to start with 6 and continually add 6 each time to list the multiples of 6. So adding 6 to 6 we get 12, and 12 and 6 becomes 18. 18 plus 6 is 24, 30, 36, and so on. And the multiples for 9 similarly, we'll list 9 first multiple. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 36, 45, and so on. The least common multiple is the first number that is identical that appears in each list. And we see here the first number that appears in each list is 18. This is also the common denominator. We'll scroll this problem down a little. We'd like to convert each one of these fractions now to another fraction that will have the common denominator of 18. That means let's convert 7/6 to an equivalent fraction with denominator 18, and similarly with 28/9 with common denominator 18. To do this, we'll multiply 7 and by 6 by something so that the denominator will be the same. In other words, 6 times what is 18? Certainly that number would be 3. And if we multiply the base or the bottom by 3, we'll multiply the top by 3 as well. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 becomes 21. Our new equivalent fraction is 21/18. Similarly, 9 times what becomes 18? Well, we'll multiply that by 2 to get 18. And so if we multiply the denominator by 2, we'll multiply the top numerator by 2 as well. 2 times 28 becomes 56. We now have two fractions we can add together with our rule that says that if we have the common denominators with different numerators, add them together and write them over the common denominator. That means 21/18 plus 56/18 becomes 21 plus 56 all over 18. And simplifying this, 21 plus 56 becomes 77 all over 18. If the directions told us to write our answer as an improper fraction, then our final answer would be 77 over 18. However, if we needed to write our answer back as a mixed number, we'd convert this improper fraction back to a mixed number. How? Divide 18 into 77. 18 divides into 77 an even amount of time 4 times. 4 times 18, by the way, is 72. So we would have a remainder of 5 left over out of 18. So an improper fraction would be 77/18, or our final answer of a mixed number would be 4 5/18. And that's our final answer, either one, depending on the directions.